my face turned to the sun.
Welcome to Mississauga!
Weight on my shoulders, a bullet in my gun.
We love you! Thank you!
Oh, I got eyes in the back of my head,
Freedom!
just in case I have to run. I do what I can when I can, while I can for my people. While the clouds roll back and the stars fill the night, that's when I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on, I can feel it in my bones.
My name's Frank Peters. I'm from Canada. I went to Ottawa when the truckers came together. I went to see what was going on. People were doing everything, building communities there. So I went and made out 2,000 T-shirts. I went back up there and I gave them to all the people who were in the trucks or protesting against the government. Since then, I've been giving out thousands of T-shirts around the world. I've sent them to New Zealand, to Australia, to France, to Italy, all across the States, all across Canada. I will continue to do that. I will continue to stand for the people of Canada because we need somebody to stand up against the tyranny that we're facing and the whole world is facing. I beg of you all to do your part, do some research, get familiar with who's running your country, and ask questions and hold them accountable. We need accountability. We're not going to forget. We may forgive you, but we will never forget. We're coming for you. Have a great day. Over and out in Canada.
This is a global battle. Freedom to my brothers and sisters in England. I've been protesting, actually, I was at the original convoy. I was there at the final day. And every week after that, I've been protesting multiple times a week. When the politicians go visiting, I'm with this in front of them. I try to make their lives as miserable as possible. But this is a global war against socialism. They want global socialism. Can't allow a handful of people, maybe 400 or 500 people, to rule the masses of the world. And they're going to do it basically putting us in a prison with no walls. Digital currency, digital ID. And we all know about Oxford County, to my brothers and sisters, peace, and win that battle against that City 15. Don't allow them to imprison you. We're not going to allow it here. To all my brothers and sisters worldwide, freedom.
And the trucks were just the only thing that gave me hope, that hope and courage. I then no longer said I had a medical exemption. I mean, I didn't wear a mask the whole time, but I always said I had a medical exemption. And then when the trucks came in, that was it. I no longer said anything to, I no longer complied to any of this. And it was such a feeling of liberation and magical to be down there. It was amazing. I've never felt anything like it in my life. So, and then I haven't stopped. I've been to Ottawa, I don't know, 10 or 11 times. With lots of people, with just a few people. We've done all kinds of things, protesting, and I just haven't stopped. So when I left Ottawa, when the trucks left, I met a friend that was about an hour from my house, and we started a rally in Shelburne. And it started with about 10 people, 12 people, our own families, really. And we advocated and we branched out, and we're still going. We've done I believe around 30 rallies now, every other weekend for over a year. And rain or shine, we don't quit.
Stand with us. We are the power of the people, and we have to say no.
We are ready, we are united, and we are here.
Ottawa, the truckers came and they were removed, but all that energy just went right across the country. All the feeling and soul is still here and growing. Love you.
My message to the world is there's strength in numbers. There's more of us than them. There's only 1% of them and there's 99% of us. Let's stand together now!
Everybody's equal.
Exactly. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Free the world.
Yeah.
Free the world.
Be safe and love everybody.
Peace.
Can you give a message to the world for
What message would you get to the world? Please.
I would say the Canadian government isn't doing anything. The housing market is horrible. Please do something, right? Fix this. Maybe if you can replace Trudeau, do that.
beautiful smile? Don't stop, okay? Keep that up. No matter what. You promise me. Promise me.
Yeah.
Pinky promise. Okay.
We love Canada! Thank you, brother, for your support. We love you. We love freedom.
Hey everyone, Freedom X here. I mean, it's another beautiful day in Canada today. We're so happy to be standing here supporting freedoms, the freedoms that our forefathers have fought and died for on foreign shores. And you know what, whether it's the beaches of Normandy, whether it's the trenches at Flanders, or whether it's the streets of Mississauga in our beautiful province of Ontario here in the country of Canada, freedoms have to be fought for. And patriotic folks like yourselves and like these beautiful people here have been standing up and fighting for our freedoms for years without even knowing it. And no matter how many people that you see that are gonna flip you the bird, that are gonna tell you, see, as many haters as there are, there's just as many proud patriotic people out there that love their freedoms and that are very happy to see people supporting them. So I encourage everyone, take the stand. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to get outside your comfort zone. Because the people at the top, the ones who have their hands on the buttons, who are pulling the strings, they're very strong, they're very powerful, and they're united. And if there isn't a strong, cohesive push back against the forces of evil, there is no way that we're ever going to be able to win this fight. So to everyone who's standing on the right side of history, everyone who wants to stand up for freedom, for the good, for justice, like Jordan Peterson says, if you're on the side of the true, the good, and the beautiful, then you're on the side of freedom, and you're against tyranny. So everyone, I just encourage you to stand up, keep holding the line, and stand with these wonderful Canadian patriots and our wonderful Canadian truckers. We love these guys.
I love it here in Mississauga because you can be yourself and have fun. I can dance here in Mississauga. That's something I can't do in Brampton because I'm in a wheelchair. But when I'm here, I enjoy myself. And I'm a freedom fighter for Canada. Freedom. Trudeau must go.
While the clouds roll back and the stars fill the night, that's when I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on. I can feel it in my bones. Early in the morning, before the sun begins to shine, we're gonna start moving towards that separating line. I'm wading through muddy waters. You know I got a made up mind, and I don't mind if I lose any blood on the way to salvation. And I fight with the strength that I got until I die. So I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on. I can feel it in my
participation. Participation is the key. This participation is the key. So these are participants in something that they believe in. Whether it is or isn't, they've taken the time out to participate.
We know what's going on, and we're not going to be stopped. We're not going to slow down. We know what you guys are doing. We're coming for you.
Please open your eyes and see what's happening to the world, what's happening to the people in the world. We're losing our freedoms. Government is not your God. Don't look for the government to protect you. Look to yourself. Look inward. Look to your soul and protect yourself and the people around you.
How many of you are suffering from brain fog, imbalance, unexplained bleeding? How many of you are suffering from exhaustion, are having trouble breathing, having trouble walking, are weak? How many of you are sensitive to touch? Your loved ones can't even touch you, hold your hand. Those are vaccine injuries. Your doctors are afraid to tell you this because their licenses are being pulled. The doctors who have been courageous the last 3 years in speaking out and telling you this have all had their licenses being pulled. They are being pulled in front of the CPSO and their livelihoods are being taken away from them. Why are they being truthful to you? Why are you trusting media and those whose livelihoods depend on pharmaceutical funding?
We need to stand up before we lose the freaking freedom we have. You need to say no. You are not a slave. You are not chattel. You are not a product. We are tired. These politicians have no lawful authority. Did you know that political parties do not exist in the Constitution of Canada? That's why they need your permission for everything. Because they have no authority. You give it to them. Stop giving them the authority over your life. You in this country have the liberty to build your life. Every opportunity is available for you.
Freedom, stand up, speak your truth. Don't be afraid. Now's the time. Rise up, speak your truth. I don't want to to a brand new home far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on.
last 2-3 years made me very sad. Like I was a nobody to anyone.
Well, my public school was like just kind of like I had friends, but then as soon as COVID started, like everyone was like isolated in their own like little bubble, wearing masks, and I had a mask exemption, meaning I couldn't wear a mask.
Well, in the last 2-3 years, when I was in public school, I felt very lonely and like I was nobody. I only have really one friend, and then it was kind of boring. I was staying at home, had nothing to do. And then after I got kicked out of public school because I had a mask exemption. And then they said if I don't wear a mask, I can't be in the school anymore.
When I was at school, in normal school, I had a mask exemption, but they wouldn't let me use that. So I had this plastic mask where it was like see-through, and then there'd be an opening on the top here, and then there'd be this girl, Crystal, and she'd be saying, hey, there's an opening that doesn't work as a mask. And then I tell her, there's an opening right here, and it makes no sense.
So in regular school, for around 2 to 3 weeks, I had a mask exemption. I was made fun of a lot, even by the teachers. I remember my grade 4 teacher made fun of me for not wearing a mask. I literally went to the washroom crying. Remember that moment? It was really sad. After they kicked me out, and for around 2 to 3 months, I felt like I didn't really want to go back to school. I felt like I was being made fun of for maybe for the rest of my life, just because I didn't do something that everyone else was doing.
When I was in the public school, it was a really hard transition because people would give you presents of mask bags, and it was a lot because it was okay guys, time to switch out your masks, and you had to run and do phys ed and masks and work. And then the teacher, I remember my teacher in grade 4 when I was moving, after I moved that year, she would yell at us. She would yell at us about how we could kill our grandparents. It was actually scary, and then we were all scared. It was such a horrible experience. I like how we're outdoors all the time because in normal school and in public school, we're always trapped in a little playground with big walls outside and you feel like you're in jail. And here, I can roam free in the forest and I can play manhunt over there and I can play baseball over there and we can just be kids. We don't have to be locked up in a cage. We don't have to be locked up. We can just be kids and roam free outside.
They're like real family to me.
What is it like being here now?
I love it. It's amazing.
So when I got to move to the pods, I felt like I actually could just be myself and not have to be I don't want to wear a mask. I want to be able to find my people, and that's what it was when I got to the pods, because I could be able to not wear a mask. I could run. We were running through the forest. We were doing all these things that kids want to do. My teacher last year said a dirty kid was a happy kid, and it was always funny for me to hear that. Yeah, so it was just a really fun experience, changing schools, because I loved my old school, but it got so crazy and it was horrible. So finding a place where I could actually just be myself was really amazing and incredible. Yeah,
It felt like family.
yeah,
They felt like family.
yeah.
And I know what's around the bend might be hard to face 'cause I'm alone, and I just might fail, but Lord knows I'll try. Shasters fill up the sky. Stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on. I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Do you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer?
We don't want to keep doing this. It's been 3 years. How many more children need to die? How many more people need to die? This should have been pulled. If it was any other product, it would have been pulled. I'm tired. I'm tired of hearing these people who've suffered, who have no help. I am tired. We are tired. The mothers are tired. And we need you now.